Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your month ahead horoscope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose, hit that subscribe button. If you are already a continued subby, you know I love you. Thank you so much for all of your support because it truly does mean a lot to me. So with that said, if you would like to book a personal tarot reading with me, you can do so on the website address below. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless all of my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. Let's see what the month ahead has in store for you, you fantastic beings, you. Right, so your actions and interactions with the world at large. What are you doing this month? What is taking place? All right, so this month you get the Ten of Swords, right? So the Ten of Swords as an experience tends to be what happens to us. Sometimes we have a tendency to freak out when we see the Ten of Swords, and that's what I want to say to you this month, right? Your actions and your interactions is what you do. The Ten of Swords mostly is about an experience, but it often says to you, it's not as bad as you think it may well be. And the thing about this card, in your actions and interactions, this is about you consciously deciding to bring something to an end. This is about you making the decision, because the Ten of Swords is basically a mini death card, right? It's very similar. And the Ten of Swords is basically you saying, look, you know what, this month there is something that I want to bring to a close. I feel like I've gone as far as I can go with it, and now it's time for me to let it go or to transcend that experience. Why do I say transcend? 10 is the end of the cycle. It's the completion in the tarot, right? So when you get to the Ten of Swords and your actions, this is about you saying, I'm ready to have a different experience now. Thank you for that. I've taken what I can from it, but it's onwards and upwards from here. The only thing that I will say to you is don't get, don't get bogged down by any of the details with it. If you're going to let it go, you've got to let it go clean cut, just like a sword. All right, so your money and materials, you've got the Ace of Pentacles, which jumped out on its side, which is absolutely fantastic, right? This is great because you are freeing up space in your life in some way, shape or form. And for a lot of you, I want to say this to you, you are cutting what is no longer a financial responsibility for you. This, for a lot of you, because I was seeing the Ace of Pentacles next to the Ten of Swords, it's almost like you're breaking away from something and saying, I'm not going to assume responsibility for that. Where I've constantly shelled out money for something, it's no longer the experience that I choose to have, right? Your Ace of Pentacles, in terms of your money and materials, on its own, this is basically saying this is a fruitful month for you. It's a month where, there can be job interviews, there can be business meetings that are taking place where you're interacting with people and having them say to you, right, you know what, yeah, I'm ready to get into bed with you on this, let's go, right? The Ace of Pentacles is a beautiful card because it's about abundance and it's about growth, but it is the beginning. This is the start of something. So the only advice that I want to give you this month, and you are Saggies, so I love you, but I'm going to say this, don't overshoot, right? Be prepared to move steady and slowly with the Ace of Pentacles. Not like the Ten of Pentacles where it's like, yeah, everything you want and need is just going to be given. The Ace of Pentacles requires some sort of graft behind it, right? So just keep that in mind. So your communications with the world at large. The Chariot card, beautiful card because it talks about success. This is going to be a month where you are a master, before any restart, a master debater, right? This, I can hear so many people like, did he even? Yes, he did, right? This is going to see you really being able to negotiate with the best of them, right? Whatever or whoever you're going for or after, because it's touching on that Ace of Pentacles. This is seeing you come out ahead in a big way. It's seeing you get a contract. It's seeing you get a successful job interview. It's seeing you get any type of situation where you're having to communicate or negotiate with people, especially professional or academic peers. This is going to be a fantastic month for you because it's effectively, and I don't say this lightly, it's effectively the universe saying to you, look, you know what, you can't really fail. Unless you monumentally fuck up or you overshoot, like I said, you are pretty much golden to go ahead. The Chariot card is a great card. It also suggests as well in your communications, you're really clear at the moment. Like, you're really able to communicate exactly what it is that you want. And it's almost like people are just kind of like, yeah, that makes sense. The fact that you've got Jupiter, your ruler, in your sign tracking backward at the moment just means that you're being a lot more you're being a lot more focused on what you say and how you say it. It's almost like you're not being more you're not selective. What's the word? You're being more astute with how you utilize the opportunities that you have, right? So your personal relationships, you've got the Two of Wands. For those of you that are single, this looks absolutely brilliant. I got to say to you though, for those of you that are single, you are still knocking around with somebody from your past. I'm going to ask you this to ask yourself. Is what you have now or what you had in the past with this person worth what you could have going forward? You need to consider that. The Two of Wands, touching on that Chariot card, this is it's about good times, absolutely, but it's also saying to you, are you moving too fast down a path that you've already been on? Right? For those of you that are partnered, the Two of Wands suggests that you and your partner are enjoying some kind of luxury this month, whether that's a secret getaway or an escape, or going to a spa and a hotel and all of that sort of stuff. There's something going on here where you're tapping into the spirit of opulence and you're doing it together. I really like that. So your weeks of the month, let's have a look what's going on here. So I'm really sorry guys, these are shorter messages this month just because I've got a lot going on at the moment and I wanted to get something out for you. First week, you've got the Star card underneath the Ten of Swords, right? This is a beautiful card to get, especially under the Ten of Swords, especially because where something closes or ends, where you make that conscious decision to transcend an experience, the Star card comes in, the sign of Aquarius, right? The Star card comes in to say that was the right move for you and you are ready to transcend this experience. You are ready to go on to something better. The Star card is hope, it's joy, it's optimism, right? Not quite the Sun card, but very, very close second. And the Star card as well also sees you having a glimpse of what your life could truly be if you are ready and willing to let go of something and go for your future. And you see this kind of motif coming in here as well with what I mentioned earlier. So that's quite intriguing. So your second week of the month, you've got the Sun card. Wow. So finances are looking tasty this month. And you know, the Sun card is ultimate joy, blessings, abundance. It's the universe showering gifts on you. Underneath the Ace of Pentacles, it's basically saying that whatever your ideas are, they have all of the potential that you're hoping for. What you are hoping to create, what you're working on, what you're doing, it's not just a pipe dream. This is something that is going to become real. This is something that's going to become tangible. All it asks from you is to be honest, to be open, to be upfront, and ultimately to nurture and to care for this thing. It's kind of like a plant, right? You can plant a seed, but you've got to look after it. You can't just plant it and then be like, I mean, there are some things that you can just plant, you know. I think as an example, ivy or mint, you could plant them anywhere and they'd just be like, you know, they just go on their own. But for the most part, you have to tend to it, you have to care to it, look after the soil around it. Are you getting enough sunlight? You're getting enough sunlight. So these financial opportunities that are opening up for you, and I feel like there'll be probably about 3 for most of you, these little pockets of financial opportunities that are opening up require your cultivation. It's not just going to happen on its own, but the promise is all there, and providing you do your part as the gardener of your life, it looks really, really nice for the long term. Third week of the month, you got the Temperance card. This is you, this is your energy, right? I love this because it comes up right next to the Sun, which is fantastic because it means it's highlighting all of the best of you. It means that you really are doing what Sagittarians do best. You're finding the meaning in all of the experiences that you've had, and ultimately, if you've had a period over the last probably 6 weeks where you had like a moment, you're like, shit, I don't really know why I'm doing this anymore. The meaning and all of that is about to come rushing back into you, especially the 3rd week of May. You're going to have this moment where it's like, yeah, I remember now. This is what I'm doing and this is why I'm doing it. 4th week of the month, you've got the High Priestess underneath the Two of Wands, right? So for those of you that are single, this really is make or break time. For those of you that are partnered, this looks like you and your partner are getting back to, or rather not getting back to, this looks like this month you and your partner are sharing your fantasies, right? All of the stuff that we keep hidden, that we might not necessarily share because we're like, ooh, you know, that's a bit taboo or whatever. You and your partner are connecting on a completely different and very deep level this month. The 4th week of the month, in terms of the High Priestess, is basically saying take it easy as well. There's not really anything that you have to do. Everything that you need will make itself known to you, and a lot of the meaning that you're searching for will reveal itself in time. It's almost like you don't really need to chase it because it will find you. Your key to the month, the King of Wands, right? A fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. There's definitely going to be a Saggy, so you in your entirety are showing up this way, shape or form. The King of Wands is the sort of person that says what they mean, means what they say. They don't mince their words, very honest, very open. Sometimes can be a little bit of a big kid though, but this is reminding you that even that has and serves its purpose. Sometimes it's, you know, you need to be reminded that it's about having fun, that life is supposed to be a joyous experience. It doesn't always have to be searching for the deepest meaning of everything. Sometimes it can just be light-hearted and fun and free. And the fact that you've got the King of Wands underneath the Ace of Pentacles on top of the Sun card, this really feels for me like there are going to be some fantastic opportunities that open up for you, and ones that are really enjoyable. This is going to be a really fun month for you. So yeah, enjoy it. Have a great one. I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Let me know how it shapes up for you in the comments. Take care.